lack of juice as well. I don't think sparkles are good enough. It needs to be a little bit more crazy. And when I buy things, there's nothing happening as well. There's no juice. There's nothing. I think, yeah. So the majority of the next step for you would be think about your progression. Think about removing the balls at the top because there's too many of them. Think about how do you want to use your currency as well, and what kind of upgrades you want to give the player. Think about adding juice, of course, when you buy upgrades, and think about linking your play space to the counter and when you're buying as well. So everything needs to be intertwined, and right now it feels like three separate things. I don't know if you want to buy backgrounds. I don't know if you want to buy skins for your balls. I don't know if you had anything else in mind in terms of upgrades. But I would be curious where you're taking this. So
So
that's
every time you add an upgrade to a game, it should add some kind of meaningful change to the game, or the player should be able to see the visual change on it. And right now, all I see basically is the only thing that gets added is when I hit add new ball, we get a new ball on the screen. Speed and value don't seem to be very rewarding to me. So I would definitely figure out a way to make the player go ooh and ah every time they hit a button. So every time I hit that button, I need a little bit more juice that makes it go, the player to go, oh, that's rewarding, or oh, that changed. Uh, so yeah, new ball's cool, but give me more visuals. More stuff needs to be happening. And I will personally say I'm a little confused at what's going on here. Are you getting points based off of how many bounces? Are you getting points? What is the main mechanic here? Is what I would question.
and can you hear the sound?
Yeah, you got some audio reward going on.
Yeah, that's gonna get really annoying.
It does get a little annoying. Again, when you have one sound that's being played over and over, I always will tell Astro K to play this in different pitches and different tones, and then you can get a lot of variety out of just one sound. It'll sound completely different played in a different tone, or played in a different pitch, or played in a different pitch and a tone. And you can really break up that monotonous sound by just simply asking it to do that for you.
Right, that's all I have for this one. Cool.
Cool. Change the background for me, and I think that would go a long ways. Okay. Moving right along, we got high quality. Neon Overdrive, and I already played this, so I have a little bit of expectations out of this. All right, Neon Overdrive. Neon Overdrive, endless neon drive, steer left and right to avoid the obstacles, collect the orbs for bonus points, space to shoot. Now, when I played this last time, high quality, it wasn't really conveyed to me to what I needed to shoot. And I also clicked through this so fast that I didn't read it, so keep that in mind. We did discuss doing a small little in-game tutorial. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, you did it. Nice job. I don't remember this turret on top either.
I feel like the Matrix background is fighting the play
It is
space.
a little bit, I agree. Oh.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yes.
See, that's better. That's better because that screen is less aggressive. That's cool.
I love high quality how you take feedback and literally put it in your game. I love the flow. I love the angle change when I am going left and right. It feels really smooth. It feels really good. I do agree that even though this was my idea with the Matrix thing, I do agree that it is actually fighting a lot. It's super distracting. So I think maybe you might want to ditch it, or maybe find a different way. Maybe make it smaller on the screen so it's all the little characters are a little bit smaller, or you might ditch it altogether because although I love the Matrix screensaver, I don't know. I think it might be clashing here.
Love the retro neon look.
Yeah, it's got that Tinker Arena look.
Oh yeah. What is the upper middle number 3 in pink?
How many shots I have?
Oh, okay. And if you have no more shots. So, okay, my question is, what if you have a wall to destroy and you don't have any shots? Do you just die?
Game over. It's an endless runner, so you got to kind of plan that out.
Can I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. What about if you gave the player lives, but it's not game over right away? This is a tip from Jam's motorcycle game, where you don't die right away. You have a little mini game that you can play before to give yourself a life.
Oh, hey, I didn't get a score for that. What the heck?
It's not necessarily more about being too much. It's about being more accessible.
Well,
because
I also think to add to that, Knox, that by adding in lives, you could potentially extend the gameplay time because players
yeah,
might play it a little bit longer instead of dying and then exiting your game right away because they got frustrated that they lost.
yeah,
So I do agree with that. Yeah, I would definitely give the player 3 lives. And yeah, it's an endless runner. It's as far as you can get, but you do want the player to play it as long as they can. And if they can keep going, then I do feel that you might pull an extra 15, 20 seconds. Not extend the lines, extend lives. Lives. Give the player 3 lives. So
oh
that when
yeah,
the player
lives.
dies, he can revive. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, lives. I'm sorry, not lines. Could be
But
my accent.
you added everything that I asked you to add. Great job on the feedback. You're nailing it each step of the way. I love the new thing that you put on so I can go sideways on the track. That breaks things up. Reduce the amount of matrix stuff in the background. If it still is too much on the eyes, simply remove it because I don't hate your other levels. I just thought that this might have been cool. But all in all, great job, sir. I'm back on the top of the leaderboard, and I can't wait to see what you do with this. Is this almost ready to be published? Because I feel like it's really close to being published. Yeah, I think that you just need to take some of the feedback we gave you here and hit that publish button, and you're good to go. I think this is one of your better games that you've actually created. It's enjoyable, it's smooth, it runs well, the visuals are good, you got good juice going on, you got background changing going on, you got leaderboards, you got a lot going on for this game. Yep,
Yeah, that sounds good.
very
Lives and
nice, high quality.
Pika, do you want to take over? Did you want to talk today?
Nope.
Okay. Okay. I'll keep going then.
I suffer from the same thing, Pika. I have social anxiety disorder, but I don't have it so much on here on Discord because I don't got to stare at anybody in the eyes when I'm standing up on stage looking at everybody. And so I don't really get so much stage fright here. Honestly, I get more stage fright when Alex is here talking. I don't get it around Knox, and I don't get it around you or Sturm or anybody. But when Alex is talking, I get this anxiety because I feel like I have to match his level, and I just can't match Alex's level. Dude. I don't think anybody in existence can match Alex's level.
Alex is
He's the
something.
goat.
He's very fluid. So my virtual friend in my phone.
Nice menu.
Yeah, I like the animation. Oh
Oh,
God. So
all right.
from the get-go, I'm already going to say I wish my virtual friend would have greeted me and tell me a little bit about what I'm supposed to do and tutorialize the next
Yes.
step.
Yeah,
Um,
good catch there.
I'm gonna click on it obviously because I'm weird.
Are
No,
you
because she's
ticklish?
I speak and English, can talk.
Oh, no worries. So your text, I think, is too small for mobile. And sorry, Knox, I don't want to talk over you. I'll let you do your
no, go
review.
for it. We're doing this together. Go for it.
So yeah, I think your text is too small for mobile devices, so you're gonna need to work on getting that a little bit larger. I love the animation.
Oh yeah, I love the animation.
I don't see any weird aspect ratio things going on. Maybe a tiny bit right there. Maybe she grew a little bit, but pretty good, pretty well done. I think it looks nice.
She's very one word oriented, isn't she?
Is this an LLM, Erdman? Oh, he's still here. Okay.
I wish she would say more
Not
than just yes.
not an LLM. Okay. You might think about maybe adding an LLM to this game because I feel like
Yeah.
maybe this game might benefit greatly from an LLM.
I thought at first it was going to be an LLM game, for sure.
Right? Toxic with keyboard for money. Oh, can you type on there? Just type my name in, Toxic. Just like SimCity codes.
No, doesn't do anything.
Aw. Well, I think it's cool. There's a code in the game with my name on it. This thing gets 5 stars from me already.
Why was she sleeping? Oh, it's because I took the music.
Does her mood
No.
change depending on the music?
Uh,
Oh, you got to buy. Okay.
Where's my credit card? Okay, so let's make some games. Find all the flowers.
Oh, wow.
A
What a
game and a
mini
game.
game.
Yeah.
This looks cool. This looks cool just by a game by itself. So I struggle with putting mini games in games myself, and I always find they're just silly little like dice rolls or click here to land in the middle type stuff. And this mini game here is one of the best mini games I think that I have seen inside of a game here on Astrocade.
Oh, it's
Oh, we
playing
got to do
again.
it again.
The game reopened itself.
Oh,
A little
okay.
bit of juice missing, a little bit of tutorialization about the control. I already know what I'm doing because it's probably was through the arrow keys, I imagine. Yeah, exactly. Uh, no juice, nothing. No progression eventually where I need to avoid obstacles or open switches or doors. Maybe it's deserved, but it's the same thing. It gets repetitive at some point. Uh, God.
That's kind of my problem with mini games too, though, is that they do just kind of become repetitive. So you got to kind of mix it up with different types of mini games to kind of break up that repetitiveness, so that when you do come back to this game here, you haven't already played it 5 times in a row. But who's to
Maybe
say they might have more? Is that like the portal to exit? It is okay.
close this. So now I got 10 copper, 10 coins.
Okay, so you play games to make money.
No. So I got
Oh,
money. Okay, I check. I got $10. How to earn gift danger, win 50 coins, maze explorer. So there's a history. Nice.
that's cool.
Gift to danger. Uh,
Those mini games cool again. Doesn't look as high quality. Oh, here we go. There's some cool stuff happening. But I don't know what you're supposed to be doing right now.
I gotta avoid the objects for like 3 minutes.
Ah, I got you. Okay, so they're falling from the sky and you need to avoid them.
Yeah.
So if things are falling from the sky, you're going to want to add shadows on the ground. So if the player is underneath, he can see that he needs to move. Is there any shadows going on with these?
No.
Nope. So that should be a clear indicator to the player that you do not want to stay here for too long as the ground starts to get darker and darker.
He's using those red things, those red markers.
Ah, okay. I think
I
that
would. No, I would still add the shadows. I think your comment is valid.
yeah, I think so too. I think that they kind of work, but it's kind of hard to tell actually where they're located in the world space. And I think shadows would give a guaranteed position in the world space. You got a lot of good stuff going on here.
I think 3 minutes is too long.
I do think that 3 minutes is too long. I think you
don't
should
wanna do
keep them
this.
down to no more than a minute.
Yeah, I don't want to do this for 3 minutes.
Right.
But
You
I
don't
want
wanna
the
burn
50
your player
coins. I want the 50 coins though.
out. Right, so is it worth the 3 minutes? This game
Um,
this game has got a lot of juice, and at the same time, it's missing a lot of juice. Like I got all these cool like whimsical boxes and cool like things falling from the sky, and it looks all good, but they kind of when they hit the ground, it's just kind of like, eh. So maybe we
I
could
like
add some kind of juice to that.
We could you mean like dust effects or
Sure. Yeah, or squish effects when they hit the ground, the blocks just kind of squish or something, or
uh,
something along those effects. Maybe some fall lines. You can see that they're falling from the sky. Maybe not fall lines, but just some kind of effect to give them a little bit more oomph.
little squash and stretch with some little polish.
I like they tumble.
I like the way that it creates a maze as the progression goes, and oh, and then
Yeah,
that
yeah, and
adds a lot of stress.
it does. You can potentially get trapped and not be able to get out, and then you'll be waiting for the last box to crush you.
If you take our advice and lower it to 1 minute, I think you should consider making the grid smaller.
That way, it feels more like a maze earlier on,
Yeah.
and you have a more chance of being hit by the boxes, and it's going to require you to move a little bit up more. I agree. Yep.
Okay, I'm almost done. Nothing's killing me.
But for a virtual pet or a virtual companion, I think this game goes beyond, above and beyond. So hats off to you on that. I think you got a lot of time and a lot of love spent into this game. I'd like to see more mini games. I'd like to see a little bit more juice within the mini games.
Do you think there should be like a exit button or a
Top right
retry
corner.
or like a continue button and then a cash out or I don't know.
Maybe I think maybe that button. I honestly think it should just have a retry button and an exit button, which it has both of them. It's just the exit button's tiny in the upper right hand corner, and again on mobile devices, I'm not sure how visible that would be, as the other button is quite large in comparison.
How do I buy something here? Oh, that's all
So,
I can buy?
so more or less, it's an incremental companion game with mini games. Oh, okay, we got more mini games. I asked for it, and maybe he has already done so. So what are you trying to do? Right click to drag and rotate the camera. So this is just messing around. This isn't a mini game, right? You don't make any money from this.
No, exactly. This looks like the gift thing. No? No. Maybe? No. I don't know why I'm doing this, but it looks good.
Being creative. All right. So what is your overall thoughts on the game? What do you think? What do you think it needs?
The LLM, because right now you're potentially pre-registering what she's going to tell you. So I'll have a better connection with my pet if she was an LLM. I had her own identity and her own narrative story. If she would be the one guiding me towards playing and then buying my first upgrade, that would be fun. I think that your buying and your wallet. I would have thought that that one was the buying, or maybe the market one, the one that you buy needs a different icon. Um, I'm curious eventually if I can buy different hats or accessories for my pet, because I guess if the entire focus is having a friend, virtual friend, then you might want to be able to buy some stuff related to the friend or give it gifts and things like that. Um, yeah, other than that, oh god, I'm scared that it's going to take my credit card. Other than that, I think it's pretty cool. I think that you have something very unique on this platform, and you should keep going.
Yep, I think this is one of the better of the companion games that I've seen on the platform. Definitely do LLM though. All right, so next we have, well, let's make sure these people are actually in here. LSK, I don't see you in here. No LSK. Yeah, I don't see him in here, so we'll skip on that. Abdullah, we have Abdullah in here.
Yes, he is. I see him.
Yes, he is awesome. All right, so we have Phantom Files, Paranormal Investigation Division. Apparently, this takes place in the 80s, back in October, at 5:42. Oh, no, excuse me, 3:17 in the morning.
'87. What a great year that was.
I know, I was 6 years old. That's the year my wife was born.
And your wife and I are the same age.
Nice. All right, let's see. Paranormal investigation, Phantom Files. Not every shadow hides a spirit.
Yeah, that's why we're
Okay.
called Nox. That's why we're called Nox6 high quality. Or
Okay.
yeah. He's
So
my
I will say right now, I feel that you are true to the era. Thank you. When I talked the other day about my old computer, this is what I had. It only had a green screen or an orange screen. Paranormal investigation. Terminal is ready. Awaiting input. The field office 78, Sector Omega. Text is really small. Hard to see on mobile devices. So keep that in mind when going forward. Okay, we are at our C prompt.
Wow.
Welcome, detective. Okay, we got inbox. We got investigation protocol. Read lots of reading. All right, view your pending. Look at the left side. Oh, so you're gonna give me my tutorial inside of this here, and why I think that this probably would work on a PC game. I don't know how well this would work on a casual mobile game, so I already kind of don't want to read all this. But I feel like if I don't read this, then I'm not gonna know how to play. I love the little CRT, like, distortion and little pop effects that I keep seeing on the screen. That helps sell the era to me. So select a
CRT.
pending case.
Hmm.
So I can't do all this from inside of here, so I'm gonna have to go out and go to pending cases. Or no? I don't see it. Oh, files. Pending cases. Okay. The Riverside residence, client, the Henderson family. The Henderson family has been terrorized for 3 weeks. The Henderson family objects fly off the shelves in the living room, cold spots without explanation, and their daughter claims to see a tall shadow figure standing in the hallway each night at 3 o'clock in the morning. The family dog refuses to enter the kitchen anymore. This is giving me big phasmophobia vibes. Rooms to monitor, living room, kitchen, and bedroom. Having to scroll, especially when I don't know that I need to scroll, makes this kind of look like it's off the screen and inaccessible.
Wow. Look at
All
that.
right, we got a
Look at that.
cool little entry or a cinematic setting the mood. Okay, the Henderson family was terrorized. Monitor 3 cameras and tap the feed when you notice changes. Tap the log items to classify as paranormal or normal, and not all events are supernatural. Look for explanations. You need 2+ paranormal items to confirm a haunting. Submit a verdict before the timer runs out. You see the little scan lines? Awesome. But the dog don't want to go into the kitchen. I got some stuff going down here at the bottom of the screen, which is actually, I think, actually part of the game, and I need to keep an eye on these, possibly, but they're really small, and I really don't know what's going on here. I do love that I have a 5 1/4 floppy, though. That's fantastic.
Is that an anomaly game?
I didn't see it. What'd you see?
Is it an anomaly game? I'm
Yes.
asking a question.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Oh, okay, we got books flying off the shelf, but I don't have any way to. Oh! Okay, books. So you got to click on them. Books scattered across the floor. They were on the shelf a moment ago. It could be vibrations from traffic, but no vehicles have passed. Yeah, I don't think that a car passing by is going to knock my book off the shelf. You know. Oh, I heard something.
Change camera. Change camera. Quick.
Oh. Oh, you give me goosebumps a little bit, so that's good. Chair pulled out and rotated. No one entered the kitchen. No explanation. The room was empty on all feeds. We got a door open here. It was firmly latched. Pressure changed in the bedroom and a window draft. I'd like to see the window be open or something, though, so I could be like, oh, it could have been that. All right. Don't see anything here. How much time
So
do I
there-
have? A minute.
There's
and-
a lot of text toxic, and
There
there's a
is.
lack of feedback when you're clicking things too.
I agree.
Anomaly games, usually your purpose is to flag anomalies and then the room resets to something normal.
Well, I've never played an anomaly game, so that part's not
Oh.
coming out to me. So I'm
Gotcha.
not feeling that. But if you have, then that's a good point because I don't tend to play these kind of games. Although I do think they're cool, and this one feels pretty eerie. But I think I'm missing more ghost interactions once I've kind of witnessed all three. And so I'm kind of looking for something else to happen here, and I don't feel like it's happened.
But you got 3 already. You got the chair, the books, and the closet.
Well, yeah, but
right?
it's telling me to classify more evidence.
What if you click them?
There
you go.
Thank you. Okay. So I feel that these two are, and that I'm uncertain. So
So from the text description, you have to figure out if they're haunted or not haunted.
they're haunted. Full report. Closet, uncertain, paranormal, blah, blah, blah. Return to office. Okay. We go into our info. Oh, there we are. Okay, so impressions here. I love it. Really do love it. I think he did a really good job on it. I would like more. Excuse me, 1 second. I would like it if, like Knox was saying, that every time I entered a room, it was reset, and then possibly other things can happen besides just the one predetermined. Maybe there is more than one thing can happen, and maybe I just seen the only 3 things that I was presented that time. But I think that it gives off the atmosphere of being haunted, spooky. I think that there's an unbelievable amount of text in the game, and
Yeah,
excuse me, sorry.
you okay?
Yeah, I need to drink some water.
Gotcha. Get to the good stuff quicker, Abdullah.
So I'm not sure how necessary all this is to read, although he's telling me I need to read this right away. Limit the amount of information that's coming into the player at one time. If you want them to read, that's fine, but please don't give me 35 emails to read. I don't even read my own emails because they're too long in real life. So as they come in, maybe you only give the player 1 or 2 that they can click on and read so they can retain that information a little bit better. I have a very bad short-term memory, and as I get older, it gets worse and worse. And so I really forget the moment I finish reading something, unless it's extremely engaging or super vivid, I immediately forget it. So reduce that. I know it's a real text-heavy style of a game, and you do need to do a lot of investigation, but I think your main mechanic, which is going through the cameras and visually watching, seeing what happens, and reporting it, I think that you can convey that very, very simply. And then maybe just do case by case with your emails or something. Just don't overload me because it's too much. But I do feel that your aesthetic is good. You picked a certain era and you stuck to that era. I don't see cell phones or I don't see digital phones. I don't see flat screen TVs. I don't see anything that would stand out to me that's like, hey, this doesn't look right. And so you nailed the era and you nailed the atmosphere. You gave me a little bit of audio pleasure, you gave me some video pleasure, and then clicking back and forth is kind of that, that gameplay loop. So it's all there. I just think the text needs to be minimized. Otherwise, I think this is really good. One of the better I've seen. Better than my Seance game, I would say.
Toxic, I gotta take off. Can you? There's
Yeah, I
only
got
3
you.
games left. You
Yeah,
got
no
it?
worries. Yeah, I got you. No worries.
Thank you so much.
Hey, you're
I'll see you
welcome. No,
tomorrow.
thanks for helping out. Appreciate you a lot.
I'll see you tomorrow. Take
Yes,
care,
sir.
everyone.
So yeah, this is pretty cool, man. Abdullah, is this published, and how much further do you feel that you need to go before this game is ready to go out? And what is your envision for this? Do you plan on adding more levels? I know I only went through one house. Is there more houses, and is there more violent ghost? Is there less violent ghost? And yeah, just kind of curious where you're. It's private for now. Okay. Well, when you push some more updates, hopefully you took some of this feedback and you'll run with it. When you push some more updates, please DM me and let me know what's going on here, because pretty cool. All right, we got next. Got Mimoko. We played this a few times. Curious to see, because Alex gave you feedback, I gave you feedback. and I think a couple other people Knox gave you feedback. So curious to see where we are here. All right, Kawaii. Am I saying that right? Kawaii, Kawaii Monster Club. Each monster match monsters and throw a party. All right, I got more of a feel of a dance club here. Now watch. Different colors fight. Oh, okay, I see. She said, screw that step-by-step stuff. I am going to just show the player how to play. Okay, rejected. Oh, so if I don't want him, I can throw him out of the bar. Okay, your turn. Shoot through the gap to the board. Through the gap? You want me to go through the gap? Nice, now fill the club. The monsters are moving. Match them. Get out of here. Nope. This is way better than it was. Oh, we got a dance party. Oh, yeah. Swipe fighters off the... Whoa, 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 whoa. That is some juice. Maybe a little too much. Hey, this is cool, though. Ready to party for real? Ah, that was a whole tutorial. Okay, I would say that I am mostly impressed. The dance floor at the very end, I think I was a little confused on what I was supposed to be doing. Pretty sure I'm supposed to be knocking them off, but I had an extra set of dancers off the floor, and I tried to move them on the floor to try to bounce the blue guy off, but maybe that was because of the tutorial. It didn't let me go that far. Okay. Uh-oh. Momoko. Something happened. You want me to restart it and see if it was just a bug real quick? Let's see. The one thing I would say too, I haven't seen it yet, is that the player has already done a tutorial. Don't make them do it again. I can skip. Oh, I can. Okay. Instead of giving us, okay, here we go. Instead of giving the player a skip button, instead give them a redo tutorial button. So after they played it once, never show it again, but give them access to it in case they want to watch it again. I invited you to speak too. All right, here we go for reals now. Can you remove the container box around this guy? I see this little faint container box, and it's really immersive breaking for me. Everybody else doesn't have it. He's the only one that has it, and it looks kind of funky. So just tell Astrocade to remove the container box around your security, and it should take care of that for you. Now, I almost wonder, instead of having to get rid of him, if I could place him right here. I could then shoot another one, add a green one. But this works just fine too. All right, here we go now. Yeah, see, I'm a little confused there, and I think your juice, although it's great, is too much, and it's causing lag on my screen. I am still confused here on how to play this part of it. Improve my club. Oh, look at you. That was dark like the rest of them, and it didn't seem like I could buy that. So make sure anything that you can buy is always bright and highlighted, because if you make them dark, I feel like it's not accessible. I don't have enough money, or it's not unlocked yet. I am ready for the next party, though. Okay, I feel like the background's changed colors. That's cool. What is this over here? Are those the people that I'm sending to the dance floor, right? The Groove Cave. So I think maybe this might involve more strategy than I think, because these guys are going to be on the dance floor, and I want to have more of the same color. At least that's how I'm thinking. Thank you for giving me this, because that was making the player just wait too long. Oh. You're getting it though, Momoko. This is getting there. Oh, those two colors are really close, but maybe I'm just colorblind. No, I did not mean to do that. The door is opening, huh? 13 pairs are ready to enter. 10 couples, 3 rivals, and 3 solos. Let's go. This music reminds me of like 90s top 100. Definitely need some optimizations for sure. So right now, like, what am I doing? I don't know exactly what to do here. Match. Okay. So a little bit more information on what to do here. I think it's cool. I wouldn't take it out because it breaks up the main gameplay mechanic. So I would definitely keep this, convey to the player more of what they're doing here and why they're doing it, and what's the benefit for getting matches, or what's the benefit for completing this. I clicked to earn more coins, but it just brought me back to the normal gameplay loop. Yes, much better improvement, giving more information on the dance floor, what to do. This scene here is pretty accurate. I think you need to convey to the player that this here is going to go into the minigame. So whatever pops up here, which is what I'm thinking is correct, is what you're going to be working with when you get into the dance floor. So I don't think that's clear either. So yeah, I think that's pretty much where you need to go. I think you're close to being done here. A little more understanding, a little bit better performance on the dance floor. This seems to run perfectly fine. Pika said there was an issue with optimization. I'm not sure if... Oh, it's lagging on mobile. That's where I was going to go. So that would be your next step. Testing it out on mobile devices and seeing what kind of performance issues you have. I think it's mostly probably particle on here. You have a lot of particles going on, especially on the dance floor. You got a lot of lights that are blinking on and off. So one thing to do is to put an FPS counter. Put an FPS counter temporarily up here at the top of the screen. It doesn't need to look nice. It doesn't need to do anything. It just needs to be there so you can see it. And the way to do it really is to start to play your game and watch your FPS. And if the FPS drops when you make a certain action or a certain thing, visualization happens or transition happens, you watch your FPS and then take note of when it happens. And so you can kind of narrow down where the FPS drops happening. And once you can narrow down where the FPS is dropping, you can kind of figure out, oh, okay, well, this is probably the problem. So when I make a match, everything seems fine. But the second I make a match, I notice that my frames drop from 90 to 40. Well, 90 to 40 on a PC isn't too bad, but on a mobile device, that's probably going to go from 40 to 10. So the FPS counter is a really good diagnostic tool for you to kind of go through your game and play it and watch it drop and figure out where the opportunities for performance increases or optimizations might be. And so that's how I would tackle it. I had to do the same thing in my Xeno Rush. This came straight from Alex. You know, put an FPS timer up there, or not timer, but an FPS counter. Watch it, and when it drops, you know where your problem's at. And then remove the FPS counter, of course, or what I like to do is just make it toggleable. in my little menu settings, like on the side where it shows, your little bars you can drag and increase size or what have you. You can just make a little toggle button there, and then you can turn the FPS on and off. So you can turn it off whenever you want and turn it back on and test whenever you need to. That way you're not having to go add, a wish, add an FPS counter, and then later you're having to go remove it. You can just toggle it on and off. That's a good tip for anybody who is struggling with performance issues. FPS counter, play your game, watch when it drops, figure out where it's at, and fix it. Cool. Moving along, have next tree, elf free, not elf tree. I'm sorry, you're not a tree that lives. You're not an elf that lives in a tree. You're an elf free, a free elf. And are you here? You are fantastic. Momoka, you can always hit me up if you have any questions or anything. So can everybody else. Lord X, you're not the next one on the screen, so we can't invite you to speak yet. But if you do have a game, then we'll be happy to invite you. All right, so next, Elfrey. And we have, wait a minute, I clicked on Neon Overdrive. There we go. Throne Day. So my first impressions are, this is going to be a yes or no game. Or, like, what is that called? Yes, my something. Anybody remember what that game's called? Yes, my liege, or yes, my something? Nope. Okay. So basically, I'm going to be making decisions. It's going to be yes or no, and my decisions will determine what happens at the top of the screen. People should show up and make propositions to me, and it's my decision to decide what's best for my kingdom. Send them to prison, give them money, help out so-and-so, but everything has its negatives and positives. So, the architect. I envisioned a grand monument that will stand for generations, showcasing your glory. Well, yes. Well, I don't even think they got enough time to start that project, and I lost. So apparently, you don't want to praise yourself when you first start getting started here. So I have a valuable intelligence about our enemies. It will cost you. No. Whoa, that was an odd thing. It was kind of cool. Okay, so first impression. Your UI is covering up everything on the screen. Yes, my grace. There you are. Thank you, high quality. That is exactly the game I was thinking of. So here's what needs to happen. You need to remove the container box off of this. Remove the white container box off of this one and the white container box off of this one. And then move these to the top of the screen. So all you have is the gold, the word gold, the yellow bar, and the 50 inside of it. That's all you need. You don't need these big white boxes. Okay, the yes and no button need to be moved to the very bottom of the screen. You see how we got this negative space here? There's nothing in it. This is where your UI should generally set. That's a good rule of thumb too. If you have a UI and you have negative space, you know exactly where your UI needs to be located at. It needs to be nice and neat at the top, not interfering with the gameplay. And at the bottom of the screen, it as well needs to be nice and neat and not interfere with the gameplay. So I'm missing all this cool art you got in the background because you're covering it up for me. So I wish to establish a new trade route. It requires an initial investment, but it will bring prosperity. Well, I got 50 gold. I wish I knew how much he was wanting me to invest, but I'll just, blindly give some merchant some money here. You wanted 40 gold. See, I might have thought differently if he asked me for, 4/5 of all my money I have in my kingdom. Okay, the tavern owner. I'll say I do like the fact that I am switching locations each time. So that gives me some of that visual reward. It gives me some of that gameplay change, and I'm not staring at the same screen over and over for a long period of time. But back to the matter at hand, the ale tax is crushing my business. Lower it, and the common folk will sing your praises. Well, I have this weird thing about alcohol. I don't like it. So, I'm not lowering it. Yeah, I don't care if you're happy or not. And my reign has ended. Well, I guess I'm the big bad booze king that doesn't like booze, and so they ousted me. So, you're too punishing in the beginning. Things are costing me too much money, and they're costing me too much of a risk. You want the player to be able to play for a long period of time as you're gradually stepping up the difficulty. In our classes, they give you this sawtooth thing. It's a little like guide that kind of shows you like difficulty, and you kind of want the scale to go up a little bit, and then you want the scale to go down a little bit, and then you want to go back up again and down a little bit. And you don't got to follow that exactly, but you kind of want to use that as a guideline to scaling your difficulty. So in the beginning, you need to make it pretty easy, and as the game progresses, you need to make it harder and harder, and maybe not make it harder each step of the way. Give the player a little bit of time to relax, and then go right back into the hard stuff again. So right now, like I said, too much stuff on the screen, covering up too much of your cool assets that you have in the background. Fix this UI for me, make it not so punishing, and I think you're on the right path here. Do you have any other questions? Or do you think maybe I forgot something? Or is there something that you would like to point out to me? But right now, I kind of think I'm losing way too quickly. But we do need to recruit more soldiers. See, I need to know how much it's going to cost me. Maybe I don't need to look at the approval and the influence, but if it's gold related, Newbie Little would win. Excuse me 1 second. I want to check this here. Wow, Samsung. Heck yeah. Wow. Good winners there. That's fantastic. I'm so happy for the winners there. Awesome job, guys. Killed it. Yeah, Gratsby Little. This is being recorded, so congratulations. Can I borrow some money, please? Hey, right on, Abdullah. Right on. B Little is going to be so stoked. Make sure everybody sends him DMs and blow him up. Just absolutely blow B Little's inbox up completely. If you know B Little, please send him a message. I want him to wake up to a whole screen full of messages from people. So our crops are failing due to the drought. We need funds to dig new wells. Well, buddy, the last guy already kind of just screwed me out of my money, so hopefully you're not going to come and stick that pitchfork in my back. Nope, nope, okay. Temple is crumbling. We need to find. Well, we do, bud, but I'm broke. Ah. So yeah, again, too punishing in the beginning. Awesome game though. Yes, spam B Little's DMs, please. Damn, DJM one of. Never mind. Anyways, bandits threaten our borders. I need to recruit more soldiers. So yeah, that's where I'm going to leave this one right here, but is that too demanding, fix your UI. Let me see this pretty stuff here. We need a little bit more juice happening. I want to see the decisions that I make. Maybe the person gets disgruntled. Your influence levels go up and whatnot, but some kind of more visual pleasure going on here. All in all, though, I think it's cool. It fits the criteria for the style of game. But yeah, nice stuff. All right, what we got next? Whimsical, you here? I think you're here, aren't you? I think I've seen you. Whimsical, thank you for having such unbelievably good patience, sir. Yeah, I'm super happy for Bill Little. It's so cool. He really needed that boost of confidence. It's so cool for him. All right, Whimsical, here we go. I've seen a few Grand Theft Auto games coming out lately. And I do expect a lot from Grand Theft Auto games. What I expect from Grand Theft Auto games is for me to be able to run around freely. I want to be able to steal any car that I see. I want to run from the cops. I want to shoot and kill people. And we got to have all those things in a Grand Theft Auto game. So Here we go. All right, what do I feel right off the bat? This is very inviting. I like the main menu. It's very simple. I don't have a bunch of extra stuff that I can click that confuses me. I just got a play button. Play button is very simple. It means one thing. Here we go. He's going to get me right into the action, I'm assuming. And we are. Okay. Oh, this is first person. Whoa, okay. Whoa. These controls are. Oh, that guy is hauling butt. Do I turn on? Hold on, we turn the audio on. Oh no, hold on a second. Is that what I thought it was? It's a deer. Where'd he go? It was funny. I said I expected 4 things from Grand Theft Auto, and I'm out here chasing a deer. Oh, I can talk. Oh, you got an airport. I like the location. This is cool. Can I fly the plane? Ah. All right, I do think you need to add that. I got this little stutter every once in a while that's happening. We got night and day. That's awesome. Oh. Looking for a fresh ride, man. Hey, Wanderer, if you're hunting for a fresh ride, board A. Okay, so this is LOM. And here's what I've noticed with LLM. If you ask the LLM, or if you don't put guardrails in place, such as how much information he's allowed to respond, you'll sometimes get these responses. Hey, Wanderer, if you're hunting for a fresh ride, Borda, and then he just kind of stops. He doesn't continue there. So that's an LLM issue. Maybe limit how much he's able to say. Traveler. I think he's telling me to travel. So that time he responded properly. Just hop onto the Retro City Airport, buy a ticket in your dream pixels to your dream pixel city, and let the ticket machine scan your worn passport, and then board the jet and watch the neon skyline flash past your window. All right, I'm gonna go back over here again. Ah, how much money do I got? 100. So I can get a regular ticket. We're going to Cyber London, Gate A4. I can't find a gate. Look at the bird. I got some butterflies. So I think this is cool. You got a quest going on for me at the bottom there. And I'm supposed to talk to Marco by the fountain. So maybe I should go do that. I'm assuming I can hit M. Nope, no M. So he's probably the flashing guy on the map. So let's get our booty over there. Oh! I just got ran over. Oh, maybe I should have played traffic. Still on your journey. Keep going. The city has much to teach. Remember, coffee, arcade, people, the three pillars, city of life. Whoops. All right, so this is cool. There's a lot going on. I think that instead of having me go to the barista and that kind of stuff, I think maybe you should focus on stealing cars, kill this person, that kind of stuff in the game. And while I appreciate all this extra stuff, because Grand Theft Auto definitely has this kind of stuff in it, I don't think that this is the main part of the game. So when you're doing the quest, I feel like you're doing a tutorial. And I feel that by the time I finish the, maybe the first couple quests, I should know how to play because that's kind of how they work. And so I think that your focus needs to be more on the Grand Theft Auto part of the game. Although I do appreciate all that you have in here. The city seems like it's pretty much, it's alive. There's people walking around. I can talk to whoever I want. You got some LLM implementation, which is cool going on. I spent a lot of time at the airport trying to figure that out. It was real confusing, and in the end, I didn't get on a plane. But maybe it's not that far, or maybe I'm not supposed to do that yet. I'm not sure why I'm buying coffees. Is it for health, maybe, or is it for some kind of stamina bonus or something like that? And so, if there is some kind of like benefit that comes along with this, including this in the tutorial, might be helpful. But let's just say I drank a cappuccino. It gave me 100. It gave me life, but I'm already at 100 life to begin with. So maybe you want to make the player get into a battle or a fight, lose some health, and then ask the player to go to the barista, drink, and get some health back or something along those lines. When I first entered into the coffee shop, these tables are blocking my. I can't walk through them, so they're blocking my path. And so I almost felt like maybe your area was bugged and I couldn't get into it. But then I started moving around and I was able to get around the table. So maybe move these tables away from the front door. Just delete them. I don't think they're necessary. You got a table there, and you got a table there, and you got some stools. Don't think that these need to be there, and then that would take care of that. And the LLMs are cool. Maybe not give each character an LLM. Maybe only to some people, the main characters that maybe you'll talk to a lot. You can make the other ones have automatic responses because I don't want to go through here and type to each one of these guys personally. But I think you have nailed it better than some other people have nailed this style of the game. I think it needs a little bit more direction. I think some of the text is a little bit small. I think your map might be a little too small to read on mobile devices. I don't know if I need all this extra info on the screen either, because always telling me that I can move with WASD, always telling me that I can change my camera view, or always telling me that I can jump. I think once those are conveyed to the player, that you won't need to show those again because the player will automatically know how to do that. I do notice some Z fighting going on in your game. I mentioned this quite a few times in the last few academies, that this right here, what you're seeing, is two surfaces or two textures that are trying to fight for the same position. And if you tell Astrocade that the water in my fountain is Z fighting, he should generally be able to fix these kind of issues. In any kind of game that you see this kind of issue going on, it's exactly what it's called. Whether you're doing it in 3D or 2D, it's always called Z fighting, and Astro should be able to generally take care of that. But yeah, cool stuff. I would like to do some more reviews. This isn't the end of the reviews because this is the last one, but I do have some stuff that I got to take care of today. If anybody else needs any further reviewing, or you want me to follow up with your guys' games afterwards, just shoot me a DM and we can talk about it afterwards. But yeah, thanks. Appreciate everybody showing up. you guys have any more questions, like I said, feel free to hit me up. I do got to take off. PK, thanks for recording. Thanks for pulling the strings. Noxer, thanks for being here. Be Little, congratulations on your $500 win. I wish it was me, but if it could be anybody else, I wish it was you. So good job. And with that, oh wait, Vladimir, what do you need help with? Sorry, what do you need help with? You're very welcome, Pico. And everybody is very welcome as well. Thank you guys. Of course, Nibila, you're welcome, buddy. Vladimir, if you need me to help you, buddy, tell me what I need to do. Did you put a new game in the submit thing? Did you send me a? Let's see. Okay. Oh. Okay. So for that, you're going to need to put a bug report in because I don't really deal with that. What it's telling me is that you need to use Google to sign in, and maybe Google's not popping up for you to sign in or something. I don't see a button there for you to click to sign in with Google. And I'm assuming that it shows red and the account uses the Google sign in when you hit the send verification. Okay, there you go. Pika knows more than what I'm talking about. So I am a moderator of Discord. I'm not an admin or part of the team or have anything to do with the website. You ain't no normal guy.